Hey, how y'all doing? It's No Bandit back at you today. We're gonna talk about money, power, respect in the system, getting over on the system, okay? We start out, when you go to prison, you got to get by somehow, People talk about, money, power, respect in the prison, right? Like they don't really actually know what the fuck it means, you know what I'm saying? You got some little hustlers in prison that, unless you're one of the top-notch dogs running the fucking prison, you don't know what the hell's going on, right? It's like the president of the United States. You got all these fucking different agencies you got to take care of and keep an eye on and make sure shit goes smoothly. You're the one that has to oversee all this shit, right? So not many can say what I say. I'm number one that was running shit in my joints around here, right? In the prison, There's other off branches of different people that do little tiny shit that ain't worth shit, right? You got to risk your life, If you're in prison, you could be there for life. 85% 50, 85% 20, You might not ever get out in your fucking life, right? You got to play for keeps, right? So you got to go as large as you can go, make the money to get over on the system. You want to hurt the fucking system and buckle the fucking system. Take all their fucking money. They hate you taking their money, right? You can fuck their children, be pedophiles and fucking rapists and fucking snitches and all that bullshit. They don't care. But take their money, they'll give you a life sentence. I should know. I got fucking 9 robberies, you know what I'm saying? They gave me fucking 20 years, 85%. I thought I'd never get out, just for robbing a few places. That's how it goes. But anyway, in the joint, right? Even the lifers, some of the lifers in prison, people say, "Man, I'm gonna squash that shit too." And lifers are straight, lifers are solid, lifers are fucking. A lot of lifers in my time and where I've been at and I've seen are fucking rats. A lot of their lifers are because they think if they're good for 20 fucking years, if you're good for 20 years, we might let you go. So a lot of them lifers you got to watch out for, right? Because they're gonna fucking tell they're jealous, just like the rest of the motherfuckers. They're trying to be good for 20 years so they can get a release, maybe. That's all bullshit. They ain't letting you go. You got life, you got life. You're not getting out. So why be a bitch for 20 years? You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth, shit that I've seen, right? Not all of them, but there's many. You want to be aware, Plus, when you're running shit on top of shit of the world, you want to make sure you know who all the snitches are in the prison when you get there. You want to know who they are, where they are. You got to keep an eye on the police. You got to watch the police more than they watch you. You got to know the K9's day off. You got to know the other cops' days off. What shift's coming on, what shift's cool, what shift's not. Where to put shit at. It's whole organization, organized crime. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it on top notch level, you know what I mean? So you want to get over on the system. You want to take their money. So you got to sell dope. You got to run parlays. You got to fucking, do what you got to do. Sell jewelry. You got to sell fucking illegal, handcuff keys. Zip guns, fucking shanks. You got to do what you got to do to survive, right? But that's more than just for surviving. You want to live fucking good and you want to smile and laugh at them because you got all the money and the power, right? You can have all the money in the fucking world, but it doesn't give you respect or honor. Your character does, right? You could have $1 million, but you ain't shit because you ain't nobody. So money don't make you. You make the money, right? Your character and all three together. Money, power, respect, right? It takes time to get all that. A lot of time. It doesn't come overnight. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? You got to build yourself from nothing and climb the ladder all the way to the top. And it's how you treat people all the way to the top. The motherfuckers that'll ride with you, that'll die for you, because you'll show them you'll die for them. You could have different races, different fucking Mexicans, blacks, Asians, everybody willing, different races to die for you, bring their crews in to fight for you, their gangs in to fuck with you, because of who the fuck you are. One person standing there, you know what I mean? I've been to a prison before by myself. I was the only fucking dude there. As far as any crews or any cliques or anything, there was a couple white boys there, but I'm running the whole prison there. One white dude. I got really no one's got my back really at all. You got to stand strong and do what you got to fucking do, right? I scared the shit out of this one white dude, right? Because I'm at this prison I was telling you about before. All the Indians, there was a lot of shit gonna go down there and shit. So I went to the white dude. I'm like, hey man, you got my back if some shit goes down, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm alone by myself. I really don't give a fuck. I'll die if I have to die. You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude you gotta have. You gotta have confidence in yourself and your capabilities, what you're gonna fucking do, right? But you should have seen this white dude when I tell him, hey man, you got my back, dog? There's like 30 fucking Indians I might have to fuck around with, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Should have seen his face, right? He didn't have shit. If someone went down, he didn't have my back. You know what I mean? In life, really, no one's got your fucking back. It's you alone. You can just like born fucking death, you're gonna die alone. You're born alone. You're gonna go in prison alone. You're gonna get out of fucking prison alone. That's the truth of reality, right? you know, but you'll form some bonds in there from who you are and your character and who you are, right? If they're real or not, who knows, you know. But the thing is, you want to get over on the system and take their fucking money. You know, the best way to do that is through selling dope, bringing dope to the joint. That's where you make a lot of the fucking money. Gambling, running the parlay, shit like that. Big dollars, thousands of dollars, right? You get in a fucking ounce of weeds, $2,000. Quarter pounds, $8,000. You know, add that up over years of time, right? They had currency at the prison I was at, like these little tokens, like $half tokens, right? You can go to the store and get 30 at a time there back then, right? So I had different banks and different fucking sections of the prison. You know, banks like on the street, Wells Fargo, motherfucking Black Hawk Bank over here. They're in the shop, sign shop, furniture shop, you know, different shops. Greenhouse. I was in charge of the greenhouse. I had all my dope in the greenhouse up high in the plant. So the dogs come through there. They can't smell my dope. It's in that fucking air. You know what I'm saying? Dogs not going to get lifted in the air, you see. You got to be smart and figure out ways to hide shit, right? You know, I put my dope over there. I got my money in this shop down here. You know, I got bankers that are running shit for me. I give them 20% to hold my money, right? Thousands, up to 10, 20,000 tokens I had in there. It's $450 per thousand. You know what I'm saying? So add that up. You got 20, 30, 40,000 tokens. You know what I'm saying? That's living large. You got all the fucking money in the prison, right? Then you turn that fucking tokens into cash, right? I had my shit down in the furniture shop. Had 20 grand down there. I paid the dude fucking 10%. 10% for insurance. That means once I put it in there, I pay him 10%. So if the police find it, he's got to pay for that shit. If they go down there and raid that fucking place where it's at, he's got to pay that money because I paid my insurance, it's called, for my money. So I don't want to go get my money in and out of there because I got to pay insurance to put it back in, get it back out, put it back in. You know what I'm saying? Because I was my secure bank for 6 years. I had that fucking bank, right? The K9 and the fucking security director and the ward and all them guys were trying to find my money so bad. They're trying to pay fucking informants. One of them was a lifer fucking informant. Yeah, they tried to pay him to fucking tell him, try to have, he worked in the furniture shop, to try to have him help them find my bank. We'll put the money on your books. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad they wanted me. You know, they couldn't get me. You know what I'm saying? Then I had other banks on the yard, different shops where I can get in and out of there every day. I ain't got to pay insurance. You know what I'm saying? 3,000 here, 2,000 there. Shit in people's cells, up in their beds and shit, right? 2,000 over there, 15 over there. You know, back of your cell, inside your cell, it's a fucking behind the toilet. I had an Allen wrench key to open the fucking back behind there so you can hang fucking bags of money on the fucking pipes behind your toilet and shit in your own room if you got a special fucking key, right? They were after me so fucking bad, right? They come and tore my whole fucking wall out of my fucking cell, rocks and concrete everywhere trying to find my fucking money, but I'm not going to put it in my cell nowhere next to me. You see what I'm saying? The fucking K9 told the regular police in the prison, don't fuck with him. Don't try to pull him over and shake him down because he's not going to have nothing on him. The K9 told all these COs, don't waste your time with him because he don't carry shit. He's running shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'd walk around there free. Half the time I would carry dirty shit because they believe that I'm not. 'Cause that's how I roll. They know how I roll, right? There's so many fucking people there. They're watching you in fucking binoculars in the buildings and shit, right? The K9's day off was Friday. So everybody thought, well, let's go Friday and run around and do all our business when he's gone. But I'm smart enough to know he's there. I've been in long enough. I did enough time to know he's there watching. He ain't fucking off. So what I do is everybody goes to the mail board at 11 o'clock. 1,300 people go to the same fucking mail board right there. You can watch all you want. It's like being at a concert. That's when you do all your switching, your trading, your money goes to the bank, your money comes back from the bank, you hand off your weed to get your money, you fucking, you know, you got to be in charge and know what the fuck's going on, you know. So it's $450 per thousand, you know. I have 20, 30, 40,000 tickets in the prison. My fear was they would change the currency and then there would go all my money. I wouldn't have any fucking money. We're not talking about on debit cards and little shit like that. We're talking about big time shit, big hustling shit, you know. Handcuff keys, zip guns, shanks, fucking dope. Dope's coming down on the regular dope's coming in through visits, through motherfucking COs, through fucking all kinds of certain different ways it's coming in, you know, through the mail, you know, to the church, you know. It's all about the fucking money and getting over on the system, right? You know, sending money home to help your people surviving, right? Sending money home to pay your mom's rent, to pay your girl's cell phone. You're not in prison begging, help me, I don't have any money. Taking care of dudes around you that will die for you. You know what I mean? Make sure they eat. You feed them. Make sure they're good. You know what I'm saying? Even different races, different gangs and shit, right? One gang that was in there, fucking, they got raided. All their money got stolen, right? I go to the head guy. Hey, man, what do you need? That's called respect and power, right? Honor. What do you need, dog? I got you. Whatever you need. Cause I knew their whole crew was broke. Didn't have shit. They're all in lockup. 10 of them, right? The leader gets out. I'm like, what do you need, dog? Anything you want. He could have said 5, 8, 9,000. I would have gave it to him. But he was humble. He said, just give me a couple thousand to get my crew on my feet, on our feet and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. That's how you gain respect and the power. It ain't all about the money that gets you the power. It's who you are, right? A lot of motherfuckers can't be in your fucking footsteps, right? They can't wear your fucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? It takes a certain individual to be in the power and respect, You earn that over time. Over time, you earn that, right? Blood, sweat, and tears, you earn that shit. It ain't given to you. It's a long fucking journey, right? Money, power, respect. All right, peace out, everybody. Later.